All right, good afternoon. It's Dave Knight here at Knight Capital Management. This is a freebie video out there for you guys and gals that like all that freebie stuff that we give away and so forth. And this is a real basic, just screaming VSA setup today on a short side that we were able to capture and make some money on. It happened in the crude oil market. Obviously, that's the market that we favor at this point in time. And just so you understand, right now, our average used to be at the ADR level. We talk about average daily range. We used to be at a minimum around 20, 23, 25. I want you to make a special note of where we are today. Let me just click here so you can see. We are currently the last couple of weeks with the Middle East and all the stuff that's going on right now has driven the ADR out to 4.84. This is by far one of the most volatile markets, and in fact it is the most volatile market that we trade. And then the double-edged sword of this is that the way our strategy is that we've actually had to double up our and if you're looking, let's put it another way. If you have 20 ticks that were our normal expectancy of the risk factor, or what we call R, if the discretionary system, the proprietary information spits out like you have a 2.00 instead of a 4.84 up here, right? So we have a 2.00 that translates out to 20 ticks, which translates out to $200 original risk per trade, or what we like to call a hard stop in the room. Now, with the additional volatility and also the additional craziness of the crude oil market right now, it's out to 4.84. I haven't seen it out this high and has to be at least 2 to 3 years at this point. So we're at areas that we haven't seen for a while, obviously, and things are maybe settling down, maybe not. Who knows? I don't get into the guessing game. I get into the trading game. What this translates out to, though, is that for one contract, or 1R target in this case would be 48 ticks. So let me just throw that out here for you today. So our first contract target would be our first, let's just call it first R. 1R is what 1 ADR. 1 ADR, which translates out to 1R, is equal to 48 ticks. Now a tick in this market is worth $10, so this translates out to $480, okay? 2 ADR, or what we call 2R, and this is a Van Tharp concept that I'm using, by the way. He teaches in both of his books, Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom, and also in Super Trader. If you like to look at books, those two books are excellent. Highly recommend for your trader's library. So that's 96 ticks, or what equals out, thank God this is a $10 a tick, you can figure it out quickly, $960. And then a 3 ADR target, and this is as far as I want to go with this example here, is 3R equals 144 ticks, and that translates out to $1,440. So can you guys see the profit factor? It's on the board right now. If you're just trading, for instance, 3 contracts right now, and you just took one off at each level, took one off at the 1R target, you took off another contract at the 2R target, and you took your final one off at a 3R target. Right now, that's a total profit total, let's call it a profit total, of 1,440 plus 960 plus 460. That's $2,860. Now I don't want to get into, how much that is and whatnot, but if you said 9 contracts, triple this times 3, 2860 times 3 is 8,580. So right now, if you had the account size to be able to trade this, this particular trade I'm showing adds the potential profit, and everything that we do is obviously based upon hypotheticals. We have our own private trading room and I trade live and all that good stuff, but This is a hypothetical trade. Everything we do, let's forget about it. You know the rules. You've been around long enough to know that. So let me use this as part of the talk that I want to talk about here. Now I promised that I'd show you a classic VSA setup. Now this VSA setup is actually what we call volume spread analysis, right? So this is just a classic VSA setup that you would learn in room sizes. I think they got 2 room sizes of 1,000 each. Now we don't have anywhere near that. So right off the bat, you're going to get a better one-on-one contact with us than you ever will with a company that I highly admire and respect. But if they got 2 rooms of 1,000 each in each room, how much time do they have for you? Exactly. Here we run basically a private trading room. We come out. Our next launch, by the way, is coming out in May of 2011. We're in the process of this last launch right now that we're doing pretty good in. I'm hoping to get monthly sales totals together here. We had another profitable month here in February, and I'm going to redo our front video to the TCB crude oil. Now we highly recommend that you go ahead and get signed up for the early bird list. Last time we got very close to selling out. This time I expect that we'll sell this out in our first day, our 10 spots for our new traders that we're going to bring in. So anyway, make a long story short, this is a classic VSA setup, and I'm just basically looking at a 5-minute chart. Here is, if you ever see this kind of setup, you'll know where you've seen it. Here's the low. Look at the red bar low here on our charts, and all this is obviously proprietary information. Our red bar charts, all this is free to you with your 30-day free trial at Genesis Trade Navigator, and you can actually pick up what's our E-mini Bull Bear product and get loaded up with these charts, by the way, if you want to just take a look at Genesis. So I've color schemed it a little bit different because I like to look at this strategy in black. It comes out to me a little bit better. So here is your low, and I want you to look at the volume. Look at the volume on this spike low. Outside of this here that comes in later in the day, and obviously this one coming in at close, this is the highest volume that you can see as far as your eye can go back. So if we would ignore everything to the right from here and ignore all the right, because we don't know, in other words, what we don't know is, if I would detach this chart here and move it over, what we don't know is what's coming out, right? What we know is these 3 bars right here. We have a high bar here in volume. Look at the bar volume here. It's the highest volume bar that you can see as far as your eyes can see, all the way back going into the next night. We have a sell-off. Now obviously this is a short signal, but it's short-lived. And then we see the CCI at minus 200 right here, and closing in at I think it was minus 217. The next bar in, a spike reversal bar, minus 278. Look at the volume on these last 3 bars right here. Right here, right here, right here, the volume kicks in. The next bar kicks in. It is a white bar in this case, not a green bar volume, but it's higher than the volume that comes in most of all the other bars. So it's still pretty good. Here's your entry signal right here. Right here off of this second spike reversal bar to go long. Right there. Couple ticks above this high. You have enough room to negotiate the high of the previous day. Your ultimate target is a proprietary UADR, the average daily range for this trade. So that's just, I mean, here we are. Boom, boom, we're long. And this one never really looks back. And I think we exited somewhere here. So, for instance, this is a 3R target. So it did hit 1R, 2R, and 3R on this trade. And you can look at the total. Just if you were trading 3 contracts on this beautiful trade setup today, you could have pulled out $2,860 out of the market. 9 contracts. And I mean, obviously we have ways that we go about trading. But I just wanted to give you kind of a view of what we saw on this particular trade setup. Here's your CCIs coming in right through here. There's your volume underneath it right here. There's this here, and here's a beautiful, beautiful low right here that is not a manufactured low, engineered low, manipulated low. Here comes the smart money into the market. Bam, 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 right back up. Now look back here. You can see the smart money got started early in the morning right here. Smart money sells it off in the day. Smart money drives it down here, and I want you to look at where they drove it to. Look where the lows are here against where they started this buying spree before. Here against here, and up it goes. All right, Dave Knight here, classic VSA, long setup. Freebie stuff for you today because I feel I'm in a generous mood. Take care, everyone. We'll see you on our next video. Bye now.